Hello friends, today I just want to share this flower with you. This will be a quick video. This is the blue star. I call it blue star holly, but the botanical name is on here. And the 3 plants came in here for $5.42. This is something unique, I would say, for the garden. So I found this at Walmart last year and I planted it and I really enjoy it. And guess what? I'm gonna plant another set of it this time. But if you see this plant, I'm gonna show you how you could pre-sprout it from inside and what it looks like in the garden. So I have some clippings. I'll be inserting them in between so you can actually see what they look like. The only big box store that sells this plant is Walmart. Not Lowe's, not Home Depot. Walmart is the only one I've seen with this bare root blue sea holly. And they only have the blue. So if you're gonna look for this, or you purchase this and you have it sitting in the bag it came in, I'm gonna show you how you can pre-sprout it. Remember, take it out of the bag, especially if your free frost date is not here. My free frost date is not until April. So I've done the video where I share with you what to do with your bare roots and your bulbs while you wait for a free frost date. I'll link it down below for you. But anyway, so with the blue star holly, it loves full sun. The depth is 1 inch and it blooms in the summer. I would say it blooms from summer into fall, from the one I had in my garden last year. And it will get 28 to 32 inches tall. It's hardy from zones 3 to 9, simply meaning it will return for you. If you do not know if a plant will return for you, simply put your zip code in Google and it tells you what hardy zone you're in. I'm in zone 6B7A, so this will return for me. Anyway, so with the blue sea holly, it's a pollinator attractor. The bees especially love it. There's honeybees, there's all different bees I noticed on it last year. So if you're looking for bees to come to your garden to help with your pollination for your veggies or your fruits, plant this somewhere close to that area and I'm telling you, you will get a lot of pollinators coming to pollinate your fruits and your veggies. Anyways, so here is what the roots look like. I would say they remind me of poppy or carrots. They grow very, very long, and I did a pre-sprouting video last year where I pre-sprouted these two, and you see there's some new growth on here. This is why you take it out of the bag. If you leave it in the bag sitting, the roots will rot and die on you, especially if you cannot plant out yet, if your ground is still frozen. So there should be 3 in here. I'm gonna take my time and gently take off the rubber band and show you what they look like after. So friends, I shared this in a video with you I think a few weeks ago, and the one I picked up, it looked like it was good, but when I took it out, it had soft rotten spots. So I went through several bags at customer service and they were all no good. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try a different Walmart center. So that's what I did today. I tried a different Walmart center, inspected this at the store, and it was good. That's why I picked it up. So the roots look like this. Do you see how that is bent? Yes. So you're not gonna try to break this, okay? Be careful while handling this. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to stretch it a little. So when I planted these last year, I used an auger to dig the ground along with a shovel, because you're not gonna plant it like this. You want to extend the root all the way into the ground. Just be very, very careful. So I am here thinking, what am I going to put these in? Last year I used a milk jug bottle and I cut it in a very weird shape and I put it in there. But this year I am going to probably just use a water bottle, because I cannot plant this like that. I have to try to get it straight down but not bent, okay? So if you have it looking like this, go around, see what you have, and look for something tall and long. And if you use a water bottle or a milk jug, make sure you poke holes at the bottom for drainage. Don't forget to do that. So let's see what I can find and let's plant these guys up. But I'm so excited that I have some growth already coming out here. And do you see that? Make sure you feel it up, right? Make sure there's no soft spots. You should be able to feel the smushy feeling on it, or see that kind of red pinky part where it's not good, okay? Very, very important. If it looks like that, take it back to the store and Safe Customer Service will let you open another one, so that way you don't come back home, go back to the store and waste your time. Anyway, so let's get these guys in a bottle. So friends, I already have some soil here. This is some potting soil I'm using. I pre-moisten it with some hot water. You can boil some water on the stove top. I just use my Pyrex measuring cup in the microwave, and then when I start to see steaming really hot, I just mix it in here. Make sure you let the soil cool off, okay? Don't be putting your roots in hot soil. Make sure the soil cool off, then you plant your roots. The reason for that is to kill any gnats or fungus, you know, just anything that's bad in this soil. That's all it is. All right, friends, so I was going to use the water jug, but it was not tall enough for these because the roots are really tall. So I think I can fit them, all 3 of them, in here. And I wanted to give them their own container, but you know what, I have purchased so much potting soil. I'm just gonna use what I have right now. I'm not gonna go out and buy anymore because I've pre-sprouted a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna put all 3 in one container because I just want to keep them alive, and that's it, right? But anyway, so let me put them in. Make sure they extend as much as you can when you put them in, okay? Try not to have them bending in the container. All right, friends, so here we are. If you have someone to help you hold these, if you're gonna use one container, that would be very handy. But if you have bigger containers of these, I recommend using the larger ones. As I said to you, I'm at the point where, you know what, I've pre-sprouted a lot of fruits and bulbs where I'm at the end of it, right? I'm almost done pre-sprouting everything, and I'm like, you know what, you're all gonna fit in one container at this point. But anyway, so make sure you plant them 1 inch deep, okay? Just 1 inch. So if your blue sea holly looks anything like this, just leave this green part up top to the soil, and what's gonna happen is, don't be alarmed, this will die off for you, okay? That's what happened with the ones I planted last year, and then new sprouts will come from in here. So as I said before, I pre-moisten my soil with hot water to kill off the gnats and the fungus and all of that bad stuff for the soil. So make sure you do that, but if you did not do that, make sure your soil is moist. So I'm not gonna water this until maybe in a week or so. I'll just take my finger and just put it in here and test the soil, see how dry it is. Pre-sprouting them, you don't need to be watering them a lot, but if they dry out, just make sure you give them a good drink of water, okay? Don't water them a lot. But this is how you pre-sprout blue sea holly, and then I'm gonna put some clips in from when I planted it last year so you can see what it looks like. And I even went outside, and at the end of the video I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the garden right now. And friends, don't forget, you put this at a bright window, somewhere where the sunlight comes in. That's where you want to put this, okay? Very important, so that way you can try to mimic outdoor conditions, so to speak, right? But make sure you put it by a window where the sun comes in. But I just wanted to bring this video to you ASAP because you can find these at the garden centers. I've never seen this as a plant at any store, not even in nursery. I've never seen this before. This time of the year is when you can find blue sea holly. I have some seeds I got from those outside trying to germinate, but we'll see. But anyway, friends, let me into some inserts for you so you can see what the blue sea holly looks like in the garden. And friends, this is one of those bulbs I pre-started from inside. They have long roots, that's why it's in this shape. So I'm going to take my time and take it out. And I did dig the hole very deep, so let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna plant the sea holly on each side here. That's a hydrangea right there in the center, and some gladiolus in the back. So I'm just looking for a spot where the sea holly can shine, right? Because it's such a unique plant. So I'm gonna put one at this end and the other one at this end, and this side is the cut flower garden area. So I think they will do fine just at the end of this area. All right, friends, the sea hollies are in. One is here and the other one is here. They have really long roots, so just make sure when you're planting them, make sure you dig the hole very large, or you can probably use an auger to help you with the length in the hole. But just a tip there for you. So I'm so excited about these. All right, friends, here I am So this is what it's looking like. I just left it up here and it gave some winter interest here on the plant. So when spring comes, I'm gonna come in and just cut down right here and a new growth should emerge from the ground. But this is what it's looking like. And I even took some seed heads from here and I have them inside to see if they will germinate for me, but we'll see. And here's the other one over here. So once again, as I always said, this is what a winter interest looks like, right? And you could see there were two stem here. This one, I don't know what happened, maybe it broke, but here's the other one. And look down in here, friends, see, that's the new growth already in here coming up. I did not even notice that. So the new growth is there already. I'm telling you, spring is here. Another stem will emerge from the ground and give me beautiful flowers. And just a side tip for you, friends, when you're able to work your garden, do not be in a hurry to work your gardens, right? Because there's a lot of pollinators still sleeping and waiting for it to get a certain temperature to wake up and get on their business, right? So don't be tempted to come out here and clean up all this and cut it down. Just think about the pollinators, right? And not just the pollinators too, but sometimes I've noticed where you might have like a seedling germinating and you might think it's weed and it's actually a flower that you want to keep in your garden. So even though I'm excited for spring to be here, I'm not one to go and cut down my plants and clean up my garden immediately. I don't do that. I just wait until the temperatures are warmer before I do so. Anyway, friends, so this is what the blue sea holly is looking like in the garden. And this is how you do the blue sea holly from roots. All right, I'll see you in the next one now. Cheers.